Get my chat open here. I'll lose music here for a second, it's fine. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I was last live. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, music stopped. I need to resume that shit. Yes. Go a bit down, it's a bit loud for me. But yes, hello everybody. Everyone's doing good? But yeah, it's been a long week, to put it lightly. But hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's relaxed. Hey, Titus. So yeah, today's stream is gonna be a bit on the fancy side because I decided to spoil myself. And also want to do something a bit fancier because I've been at work the past 40 hours this week and have been cooking relatively fancier food. So, I say relatively because the restaurant I work at now is a bit not as fancy as the last few places I've been working at. So, but yes, hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a good day. We'll wait a few more minutes to trickle in here and then we'll get rolling. Yeah, should be chill, should be good. It's a good Sunday night, and then I have to go to a meeting after this, and then after that play some Arma. But yeah, I'll just wait a couple minutes for people to trickle in here, and then we'll get started with it. So, I guess to start, yeah. Hope everyone's doing good. I know I'm tired because I think I worked around 43 hours this week. All on my feet, so it's been a long time since I worked. Hey, Steele! So yeah, I worked a lot this week. My legs are very sore, but figured I want to make some food, and I feel like I still kind of need to stream from time to time. Considering a lot of you guys pay me money to do this, makes sense. I should do it. But yeah. Yeah, so worked a fuck ton this week, and now I get to relax and make some food with you guys, so I'm happy. Do I actually need this pan today? I don't even know if I need this pan today. Actually, no, I don't. Actually, no, I need the other pot. You're not first. Titus is also here. Steele. I think there's a few people lurking. That's all. I actually just need 2 pots there. I just realized that I don't need yeah, cool. Anyways, we're gonna get rolling in. So today's recipe is mustard roasted chicken with mashed potatoes, a mix of root vegetables, and a carrot puree. So should be a bit fancy, should be a bit fun. But yeah. So yeah, let's get into it. So the ingredients you need today is butter. Oh, I need milk as well. Shit, I didn't grab that. I have it, don't worry. Yes, you need butter, you need milk, salt and pepper, as always, which is sitting right over here. Potatoes. You'll need some cream as well. Mustard, obviously. Chicken breast, which I have here. And then, as well as, if you want, I think that's kind of everything you need on this one. Oh, some olive oil, actually. And then something green to put on top of it because, you know, fancy restaurants always just put something green on it, which is always what I do at work at least. I didn't find any pea shoots, which sucks because I love pea shoots, and we call them ærteskud in Danish, and they're great. But I have kassa here. I actually don't know what it is in English. I think it's just kars. I have no fucking clue what it's called in English. I know it from work, so I call it kassa. But yes, so that is all we have today. But yeah, so we'll start with the ingredient that takes the longest, which is actually the carrots here. So for a mix of root vegetables, we have what is these called? Is these parsnip, right? I think it's parsnip. I know it's pesdinaga in Danish. So Danish can confirm that. Red beet, or yeah, we have beets, red beets obviously, and then carrots, which we have here. But yes, hi Tiger, hello Carl, hope everyone's doing good today. But yes, so we'll start with peeling all of our vegetables. We'll save this for last because I actually don't have any gloves, and this is gonna leave a bloody, literally a bloody mess everywhere, so yeah. Carl, salmonella you get from chicken. You don't get you get, most fish actually don't have bacteria. What gets you with fish is parasites and worms, actually, is the worst, at least in Denmark. But yes, just start peeling your fucking vegetables here. You're also gonna wanna, well, I could do the chicken first too, but it doesn't really matter because you just gotta get all the prep done here. This, take your parsnip and peel it, then you put it to the side, and take, just, that'll get thrown out at the end of the day. You could keep this, and actually, if you fry these, it's actually really tasty, like fried parsnip, but we're not gonna do that today, so. I could, I have the oil sitting right there, but that's very high class quality, like. This isn't even like, I could peel these way faster if I wanted to, but I'm kind of watching it because I cut my fingers a fuck ton at work already this week, so. And then 2 of these you're going to want to use for the puree, and then the other ones you're going to want to use for, the other one, I have 3 here, you're going to want to use for, what do you call it? You're going to want to use just for mixed vegetables. There's no talking about WoW, which is a game I've played once. I played a dwarf, and I think it was a ranger? I don't know, he had a gun, that's all I know. This was like 8 years ago? No, it was Yellowknife, so it would have been about, yeah, 8-9 years ago that I last touched World of Warcraft. Ah, thank you, Steel. I played a hunter, apparently. Alright. And we're going to cut the rest of these first because the beet is going to just create a disaster, so. And again, if you weren't here for the original stream where I cut carrots, there's a cool trick, which is you do this and you rotate, and it keeps it all around the same size. And then as you get further up, you just rotate rotate the carrot less and less. And then bam. So that's one of these. So that's just for the roasting. These you can just cut up however you want. Probably it's best to do it in kind of this size. So like 1 centimeter or 1/2 inch little slices here. And then as you get further up, smaller because the carrot is obviously a lot bigger. a lot of phallic jokes I could be making here, but I'm not because I am a mature adult. X-Files. I mean, Carl, Gunship is very X-Filesy. Yeah, I'll give you that. And then you're gonna take your carrots here, put them in that, and then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take your cream and just do this, and then pour your cream into this until you're probably gonna want to use till the cream is covering the carrots. Turn up to a medium-high heat, so like a 5 or a 6. And then I'm just going to let that sit for 20-30 minutes until it's done. And then also going to do that with the parsnip here. Actually, we're going to put these into a bowl. That'd be the smart thing to do here. And then just put these to the side, or put these up top here. And yeah, same thing here. We're gonna want to go with approximately the same size. Parsnip can be a bit fickle. God, this is like me listening to a conversation of people talking about cars. It's like I don't know what is going on here, because my knowledge of cars. So if you don't know this, I'm not a car person. And my knowledge of cars is that they have 4 wheels and go vroom. And that's about the extent of my car knowledge here. But we're gonna cut this down because this is a really big fucking parsnip here. And then yeah, just doesn't really matter now because we're just gonna try to cut on an angle here. So we're just gonna go back and forth here. There's probably enough parsnip here, so I'm just gonna call it good there. And we'll keep the rest for another day here. I'll just put these in a little... I have a couple of these like storage thingy-majiggers from IKEA. Just throw it in that. Oh, yeah, Carl, it's because I'm doing the vegetables first. Because the chicken, I have to wait for the oven to warm up. And my little red light that says it's not warmed up yet is still on. And once that light turns off, I know it's at the right temperature. So, oh, by the way, you should set your oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. I don't think I said that earlier, so. Well, still, I am bisexual, so of course I like to play with phallic objects on stream. And then potato wise, we're making mashed potatoes. Now, this is the age-old mashed potatoes question. Skin on or skin off? I want to hear what other people think, and then I will say my opinion. So let's wait a second here. Yeah, of course, Danish is Danish, so he's gonna say off. Because all Danes want skin off. Titus is skin off? Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna be blasphemous here. If I'm making whipped potatoes, skin off. If I'm making mashed potatoes, on. And exactly, Danish is gonna call me a heretic. But I like my mashed potatoes on. So we're just gonna do it that way. Yeah, I know it's a bit weird. If I'm making whipped potatoes, if I'm gonna grab like a whip and like whip up the potatoes really thin, yeah, I'm gonna take the skin off because the consistency just isn't good on whipped potatoes with the skin on. But if it's just mashing them, I prefer the skin on. Then fill this up. Do not, and I repeat, okay, here's another trick with mashed potatoes versus boiled potatoes. If you're mashing potatoes, do not, and I repeat, do not put salt in the water. Because, as I will explain very quickly here, I'm going to turn this on to max just so it gets up to a boil. If you put salt in the water, basically less starch will bleed out of the potatoes and make it all gloopy and disgusting. Whereas if you don't put any salt in, as much starch as possible is going to leach out of the potatoes, giving you a better consistency on your mashed potatoes. Oh, whipped potatoes are, it's when you mash them down, but then you take like a whip, like a whipping cream, like no, what are they called? A whisk, but it's the electronic whisk, and you electronically whisk the potatoes, or you just whisk them in general. And so you whisk them up until they're really fine, and you basically don't get any consistency on them. It's like a paste kind of basically at that point. Almost. But you can see the cream's starting to warm up here, so that's good. No. Still, Jesus Christ. Also, to drink tonight, we have another Tubo Classic because it's the last one in my fridge and I forgot to buy alcohol. Yes, it's a potato puree, but my dad always called them whipped potatoes and I adopted his words, so. Exactly, it's a potato puree. Next, we're going to take another bowl, because we have another one of those, and take our chicken and just, man, I'm going to complain about my workplace for about 30 seconds here, so just bear with me. My workplace has like the worst knives in the world. Like, I have no idea why, but the knives we have are such shit. And like, just being able to take a knife and whack it against plastic and the plastic cuts has been something I haven't been able to do all week, and it's such a fucking relief. Like, the best knives we have at work are our bread knives, which is a very grim sign for a kitchen. Alright, so then we take a little bit of olive oil here, pour it onto the chicken, like a tablespoon-ish, and then we take our mustard, which actually isn't even opened yet. So just quickly clean off the knife because bacteria and all that, done. And then just take, this is probably super unsafe, but just take your knife, flick it, take the cap off because there's a little cap on these. And then I could use Dijon mustard if I want, but I really want to be able to taste the chicken, so we're just going to use regular mustard here. And then just pour some mustard. If it wants to pour, just, it doesn't really matter how much you use. You actually want to use quite a bit here because a bit of it's going to get lost anyways. And then some salt, which we have here. And then some pepper as well, because salt and pepper on everything. And then you're going to want to get your hands dirty here and then just like slather the chicken in the mustard. This is a very lovely sound, I guarantee you. And then just let that sit like that for a few minutes until your oven is warmed up. And then we're going to put the vegetables in at the same time because they're going to take about the same time to cook. Jesus Christ, guys. One second, I gotta change something on my computer here. There we go. Alright, now we can turn the potatoes down to like an 8 and set a timer on that for about 20 minutes here. And I'll go 23 because I think it might take a little longer to cook because it's a bigger pot with more water. And we're just going to let this continue to simmer here. Oh, God. So, we got that there. Now we get to do the fun part, which is I don't have gloves and I have to peel a beet, which means my hands are going to be stained for the next 4 days. But it's, you know what? The casualties of war. So yeah, we're just going to cut it in half to start and put the other half in with the parsnips. There we go. And then we'll see if we can do this without like having my fucking blood all over my hands. or not blood, but you know, it looks a bit like blood. Like if you do this on a bad day, it kind of looks like you murdered somebody. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen, is it? Oh, fuck. Okay, that's fine. I'm really trying here, but it just really doesn't want to cut. Maybe it's the side of the... No, it's not the side of the... Okay, whatever. Whatever, it's probably because I cut it in half, and I'm not cutting down the whole length of the thing, but it's fine. Be better off using a knife right now, actually, so we're just gonna do that. Yes. Pot's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, top left. It's cream and carrots. Tiger. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's cream and carrots. Because we're making a carrot puree out of that. And then just cut your beets like this, and then just like bigger chunks-ish. Again, it doesn't super matter. There we go. And then put all those together, and then look like you're Macbeth or Lady Macbeth from Macbeth. You know, just and yeah, that's part of it. You really got to important you get your Macbeth cosplay in every time you make beets. And then take a little bit of regular oil. Pour that in there, and then some salt and pepper again. Yeah. Salt and pepper. And then just mix that around, get it all lathered up. Doesn't really matter if everything bleeds onto everything else. I mean, in a fine dining establishment, my head chef would have my head for that. But when you're making it just for a date or for home, probably not as big a deal. Oh, by the way, this works excellent as a date night dinner. I can attest from personal experience that this very much impresses people. So, you know, just keep that in mind. No, I don't believe it does. Yeah. So now our oven is heated up, so we can take our cloth here and open up the oven, and then take your chicken, put it in the oven here, and then take your mixed vegetables here and just put them in the oven as well. Make sure that there's no contact between them, obviously, because germs and shit. And then you can close that. And that's going to sit in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. So we're going to check it at 15, just with the vegetables. The chicken is going to take about 25 minutes to cook here. And yeah, at this point as well, take a spoon, because you're going to want to make sure that this doesn't overboil. You do want to make sure it boils, though, because you want this to reduce a bit, and also you want your carrots to cook in the cream, because they're going to absorb all that flavor. And then we're going to mash that down into a puree here, which we'll do shortly. And we're back to talking about WoW. Fantastic. And we're back to not knowing what we're talking about. I don't mind though. I know a little bit of WoW, but I know about as much as like the average game person who knows anything about video games knows about WoW, which is like the basics. Now I will say, if you really want to impress your date, don't get a 2-ball classic, get a glass of white wine. But a good white wine pairs well with chicken, so that's why I'd recommend white wine over red wine with this dish. But I mean, it's up to you really. I mean, I'm not going to judge. But yes, so that is kind of everything for now. Next step is to make the mashed potatoes here in like 18 minutes. Ish. That'll be the next thing that we need to do. So at this point, I'm gonna have a plate. I'm gonna get a plate set up and ready to go. Just need a regular. I'm thinking of buying some new dinner plates because I want to get some like really nice, kind of fancy ones. Because I'm getting kind of bored of presenting food on these boring white plates. But just gonna wait on that for a bit. So now is the time to talk about X, Y, and Z. So just let this. I might turn the temperature down a bit on the cream here. I'll turn it down to 4. We'll see what that does. Survive. I like how I'm listening to the instrumentals of this album, and yet I know like all the lyrics to all the songs. I just felt like I was getting a little tired of the lyrics interrupting me talking, and I like having the instrumentals in the background just because it's nice to have something while I'm kind of cooking here. But yes, for the mashed potatoes, you don't need much. You need butter and a lot of it. You need some milk. I'm using 3.5% milk. You can really use whatever milk you want. Some people, I know my old workplace really liked using cream. So you can use that as well if you wish, but I'm gonna use milk because it's a little cheaper. And then you need the potatoes, you'll need some salt, and you'll need some pepper. Optional ingredients that I have used before in mashed potatoes include, but are not limited to, chives, as well as I've also used curry, like curry powder. I've also used dill, but that was meh. I wasn't really ecstatic with the dill. And then garlic is a classic, of course. Oh yeah, I should do that actually. Oh fuck, there goes the camera. Sorry guys, that was extremely bad. My hook just unlatched itself, so I'm fixing that now. I'm currently working on getting some emotes set up, so my buddy's in the middle of that. Oh, muscat. Nutmeg. I believe that's called tiger, I think. Unless, like, because muskatnull is nutmeg in Danish. I don't know if you're thinking of muscat in German, maybe? Am I right? Muskrat. I don't make my buddy muskrat. Muskrat's a pretty gross animal. Yeah, no worries, tiger. See, Danish and German have some overlap, so. Some. Very, very much some overlap. And then for the puree, we're just going to be adding, we'll just be adding some salt and some pepper and maybe a little bit of butter depending on how this turns out. But my old workplace used just cream and it turned out fine, so. I don't have any nutmeg actually. I feel like Steele is talking from experience here, which wouldn't surprise me because I know there are muskrats in southern Alberta, so there probably would be some in South Dakota, considering they have a very similar climate. I don't own any nutmeg though, so I think we're just gonna go with classic salt, pepper. Now, the inner Frenchman in me is crying right now because putting black pepper in a mashed potatoes to the French is sacrilege. You should be putting white pepper in. However, I only own black pepper, so we're just gonna roll with it. All right, then, Steele, that's good to hear. And then to test your carrots, it's pretty easy. Same thing with testing your potatoes. You just stick a fork in them. So these are getting soft, but they need to be like, these need to be like squishable because again, we're making a puree here. So French is sacrilege to its Western allies. I mean, they do have the most aggressive nuclear policy in the world. Well, of countries that have signed nuclear declarations. I mean, North Korea is tied with them on dangerous nuclear policies because, if you didn't know, France has a first strike policy when it comes to nuclear weapons. So we can all sleep easy knowing at the end of the day, the French will nuke us before the Americans. I don't feel like I want an American politics discussion in my chat, but you know what? We'll go for it. I'm a political guy. And I don't mind as long as nobody starts calling each other shitty things based off of who they voted for. The rocket propelled bread. I just imagine that French nuclear missiles, instead of having like a rocket noise, just go ha 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 as they fly through the sky, and then we die horribly. It wouldn't surprise me. I will see you on the other side. At this point, just put down. Everything's cooking good here. Chicken is gonna still be very raw, but we're letting it cook. At this point in time, I'm gonna just grab a spatula here, and I'm just gonna spread out the vegetables a little bit. Because they're on top of each other, which is gonna stop them from cooking properly here. There's also way too many vegetables for one human being, but that's fine. So just eat the rest tomorrow. Probably enough for actually 3 nights worth of vegetables here, but that's fine. Vegetables are dirt cheap, so. Yeah, I know, Carl. I know it's a long shot, but a man can dream, can he not? Orange Man bad. Well, Orange Man is soon gone anyways. Oh, also the one thing you'll need to cut your casa. I don't know what. Can someone? Okay, Danish, are you still here? What the fuck? I don't have my phone. I don't have like Google on me right now because I'm looking at chat. What the fuck is casa in English? Is it just cars? Like okay. I'll show chat what it looks like. Can anyone help me here? What is this called in English? It's like a little like green like herb. Does anyone know? It might be cress. That sounds right. And then just again, check your carrots. Yeah, these are still like, these will taste great right now, but they need to be more cooked. Like we'll, like if we try to mash that, like that's not happening there. But it looks great, tastes great too. Like because of the cream, it makes it really sweet. I think Carl is right with cress. I actually think it is called cress, and casa, cress, like they kind of sound the same as well. So that makes the most sense. So we're gonna go with Carl's answer, which means one bonus point to Carl. The bonus points mean nothing and add nothing to the stream, but you get a bonus point, Carl. Someone starts tracking all the bonus points I give out during streams. That'd be funny. But you know what? We'll just go with it. I mean, yeah, Steele is correct. Like it looks like Trump mostly did this for media attention and fame, which he definitely got. So, I mean, at the end of the day, mission success. Who's us, Steele? I'm gonna turn the heat up on this and just keep an eye on it. I really want these carrots to keep cook. I want these carrots to cook. Oh, all of you. I mean, sure, everyone gets, you get a bonus point, you get a bonus, but then that defeats the point of bonus points. Like if I'm gonna give out bonus points, and I'm just gonna give them to everyone, like why would, that seems a bit absurd. Also Danish, no I did not. Oh, no, like, if Trump's objective was to distill, like, make himself popular, he succeeded. And make money, like, he succeeded at that. So, points for points are given. And no, I didn't see Grow Jeans crash, Danish. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm assuming that's an F1 thing, but I have no idea. Yeah. Well, bonus points currently mean nothing. Maybe they'll mean something in the future. Also, if you didn't see in the stream announcement, everybody, this Thursday will be the Alien Isolation stream. So, keep posted for that, and get ready to literally probably watch me piss myself on camera. Nice, Steele. You spend 100 channel. I don't have channel points customized yet. I don't have any of that stuff dealt with because I'm waiting on my buddy to what do you call it? To get my emotes done because he's still working on those. But yeah. Well, we're 5 minutes away from mashed potatoes. I have no idea how long we are on the puree here. Well, I'm gonna check the carrots again, but they're starting to get there. They're close now, which is good. Probably need about 5 more minutes. Ah, hot for shit. Oh, Steele, you're red for me. But yeah. Are you colorblind? You could be orange on your screen. I know it's different for people. Like for me, Tiger is green, and Danish is like a dark pink magenta. So okay, cool. Oh, like red green. I'm assuming red green colorblind then Steele, because I think that's the most common color blindness. I have an old school friend. I haven't talked to him in years, but an old school friend, and his dad was completely colorblind actually, which is actually pretty rare if I'm not mistaken. Also, we can turn this down to like a 4 on the cream here. It's getting nice and cooked, so. Tell me it's completely changed color. It's like way darker now. It's way deeper of a color because the part of the carrot has bled into it. Also, we should check out our vegetables. Woo, they're hot. Yeah, got one of the parsnips here. Yeah, that actually looks really good. Let's see if I can hold this and bring it up to the camera here. Like, yeah, like that actually doesn't look that bad here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, like, kind of small, but Tastes great. Yeah, those are done. So, we can take our vegetables out and put them in a container here and just kind of keep them in some heat, but that's not as important. Yeah. Yeah, just gotta try to. You guys won't be able to see me right now because I'm off screen dealing with the vegetables. But yes, they are done. I just dropped one somewhere. That's never gonna get found again. Actually, it's not. My house is pretty small. I'll be able to definitely find it again. Yeah. 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 Sorry, just concentrating on the cooking right now, so not as able to interact with chat as much as I'd like. Obviously, I try to do that as much as I can. Oh, fuck, that just burned my finger. It's fine. What's a chef without a few good burns? It's actually not that burned at all. Basically, yeah, like, every president does at least one, broken clock is still right twice a day. I also really, like, don't even, like, understand where that saying comes from, because, like, also, this is way too hot now. This is gonna start to burn. Also, I think these are done. Yeah, that's done. So we can just let that sit right now. And then take our potatoes and take our, we have a lid to this, and we'll just take it and drain the water out. I'd hold some if I was making a gravy, but there's no gravy because of the puree. So I don't think it's really needed for this dish. And then we need another about probably 1 or 2 minutes on the chicken here. And then yeah, the potatoes are done because if you stick through it, it kind of just collapses here like that. So that's fantastic. So then we can add our milk, which we're going to be adding, I don't know, like that. I think it's about a little over a tablespoon, and then quite a bit of butter here. Sorry, my brain's kind of snapping out of it. I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning, or no, 7 o'clock this morning. Grab like a tablespoon of the butter. And we might even add more butter to this, but I think that should be good for starters. And then salt, a lot of salt, because we didn't salt it beforehand. So I'm actually gonna grab my regular salt here. There we go. Should be good for now. And then pepper. And then grab our masher, which is this thingy here. I have one, it's from IKEA, it's great. And then just start mashing everything together. Bowl's a little big for the mashed potatoes here. Also, I think I have too much milk, actually, is my problem now. But it should be fun. To be fair, I think the scariest part of the US election is that because now the president has discredited it and called it fake news, like because he's discredited the election so much, the problem now in the US is going to be that there's going to be, for forever, a portion of the population that never believes that this election was legitimate. I think that's the scariest part. To me, personally. But yeah, that's kind of it's not like the most mashed potatoes in the world, but they're mashed, so give it a taste. I mean, these mashed potatoes, like, I don't know what you want from me. More pepper, I think, and maybe a little bit more salt, actually. Weird. Is salt really? Oh, whoa, that's way too much salt now. There you go, a little more salt. And then just give that a little stir in. And then again. Yeah, that's perfect. Now comes the part where I'm a little worried, which is actually the puree, because I don't have a blender, which is normally what I would use for this. So we're just gonna take the cream out here, or some of the cream out, because we want to hold a little bit of it, obviously. And the cream is like really thick right now, obviously, because it's been reduced. But and then take our masher, which we just cleaned, because I don't have a fucking blender, because well, I do have a blender, but it's broken, so it's not gonna work. So we're just gonna mash it and then hope it turns out good. Which is not a strategy I recommend, but it should be fun. But yeah, we'll do this off screen so that I don't embarrass myself here. There's still too much cream, actually, is my problem still. I'm still dealing with that fact. It's working, it's just being a fickle bitch, as I like to say. So I think I have an idea. This is gonna work, obviously, because I came up with it. Loving the self-confidence here. But we're gonna take the carrot. We're gonna take the carrots out as much as we can. Because if I had a proper hand blender, I'd use it. But my hand blender's garbage and usually doesn't work. So we're just gonna roll with it. If you have a blender, this is actually really easy to do, because it'll just blend into a puree. But I don't have a blender, so. There we go. Now it should work. Will it blend? It will blend! Believe it or not. I just don't own a blender, because I'm poor. That's actually not why, I just been too cheap to buy one. There we go. Isn't But Will It Blend a really old meme from back in the day? Or am I high or something? My blender might be able to work now. Yeah, oh, it is from an old commercial. Cool, okay, I was right. Okay. I might be able to do something with it now. It's just this blender is such a piece of shit. Oh, do I have the whip module for it? I don't. Damn it. Actually, whipping it might be a smart idea here. Because it'll break it down a bit. Okay. Let's try this. We'll try it. Get a blend. I don't know if we have Blendtex in Denmark. Okay. Alright, well, here goes nothing. I'm unplugging my toaster, which never gets unplugged. I'm gonna try this. Need a little bit of water? Might need a little bit of water here, but yeah, that might work. Yeah, there we go. And now for the reveal. Bam! It kind of looks not great from the lighting. It's very bright. But we have our puree. Hey Josh! You're joining a bit late for the party. Also, the chicken's definitely done by this point. So you should take that out of the oven. Because I completely forgot about it focusing on my stupid puree. But yes, you can take your chicken out of the oven here. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that didn't work as planned. And then I have a thermometer here to check, but it should be cooked. Where the fuck is my thermometer? There it is. There we go. Let it rise up. So, I kind of want to blend the mashed potatoes up now, because I want to see if I can make a, wow, skin's on, but we'll try to make a skin on whipped potato. We'll see how this goes. Fuck it. Let's make this real fancy. One thing I do want to do before we start is just put this and have it sit on like 1, just so it stays warm. It's been a very interesting stream, Josh, to say the least, in terms of the commentary put aside with it. But yes, take mashed potatoes here. We'll just do this real quick. This shouldn't take more than a minute. There we go. Got that all whipped up. Bam! And that looks actually really good. So put that on 2. And now it's time for plating. This is also cooked, definitely. We'll double check, but edit. Yo, that's done. Awesome. Hey, Nero. So we're gonna grab our plate here sits right here. You guys are coming for the best part. You're coming for the plating of the dish. So, yes, don't let all that flavor escape it yet. So grab a spoon, grab some of your mashed potatoes here, which is a little tough to get into a nice kind of, we'll just kind of, actually it's not, now it's whipped potatoes, but yeah. Put that like on the bottom here. And then grab paper towel, because you don't want a paper towel this for plating wise. And then down to one. And then grab some of your root vegetables and just sprinkle that on top. Take your chicken, place it on the side like that. That's looking good. Nice. Then take some of your carrot puree, take it up top here, and then you can do the fancy chef thing of like striking it around if it wants to do that, which it doesn't want to today, but that's fine. See if we can get this to work properly here. There we go. That's okay. I'm not 100% satisfied with the plating here, but it's fine. Probably put a little bit more on the top because the carrot puree is kind of our balancer here. And then grab. Yeah, he did miss most of the stream. Also, I should put this a bit more front and center, shouldn't I? Then take some of your this and then just put that on top. And that's as good as I'm gonna call it, but I mean, it looks okay. If I was to do this again, I'd use a different plate because I think the plating elements kind of work. I would change the mashed potatoes actually. I would change it for a roast potato. I think it looks a bit better with this plate, but it's a bit late now, so we're just gonna roll with it. And yeah, that's kind of like. It still looks good, I think. Let me see if we can get like a good lighting. I don't think I can get any good lighting here. But like, yeah, it looks good. It tastes good, I'm assuming. I haven't tasted it yet. If you wanted, you could make a chicken-based gravy for this. But I didn't. Also, turn your oven off. That's a smart thing to do here. I can feel the warmth of my oven. But yeah, so that's that. It looks actually pretty fucking fancy, if I say so myself here. And yeah, we're just trying things out, experimenting. Hope people enjoyed. Also, the focus is now out, which is perfect. But yes, if anyone has anything else they would like to, yeah, my focus is all fucked, which is just fantastic here. Let me see if I can get it to refocus. No. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Whatever. We'll take a bite though, because of course we have to do the quintessential bite. So we'll take a little bit of the chicken on the end here. Take some of the mashed potatoes, or whipped potatoes at this point, and some of the carrot puree. Yeah. That tastes amazing. The only thing it needs, I forgot to put salt in the carrot puree. Kind of an important ingredient. But other than that, that tastes amazing. Took what, just around an hour, so that's not too bad. And yeah, if anyone has any questions for me about the dish or anything in particular, now is the time to shoot it, and we're just gonna get cleaned up and wrapped up while I wait for people to ask me questions. I think the one thing I should have done is if I was making the whipped potatoes, I should have added more milk to this because it's ended up being really stringy. Which is a very clear sign there's too much butter or not enough milk. But it tastes excellent. It looks Actually, okay. I mean, yeah. Plating wise, the only failure here is the potatoes. And it's the only thing that really weakens this dish. But that's just my 2 cents. But I know it's gonna be a bit of a shorter stream today, guys. I would do more, but I am very tired from work this week. I worked a lot, so it's a bit. At least I found the energy to do at least the one stream, but yes. Do keep in mind that on Thursday this week is the Alien Isolation stream that you guys raised money for. So if you want to watch me scream on camera and have my neighbors complain at me for being really loud from screaming, Thursday at 1800 CET until 10 o'clock. So there's 4 hours there. Oh no, I think it's 1700. No, okay, wait one. I actually think it's from 7 o'clock. No, I think it's from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock because I work the next day. So yeah, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock CET. Come check it out. Come watch me absolutely piss my pants and be extremely scared in a horror video game. So that should be some good fun. You should get some good moments out of that. I'm just adding some pepper to the puree as well. It still tastes great, and I'm really happy with the result actually. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed. I know some people joined a bit late, but again, the streams are all uploaded to YouTube at the end of in the next couple days. So you'll be able to check it out on my YouTube channel, which is linked in, it's linked in the Discord. I'll post it in the Twitch stuff. I'll do some Twitch stuff tomorrow because I actually have a day off tomorrow. So yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you for showing up, everybody, and have a great night. Bye, guys.